Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Appreciate your patience here. I'm Kartik, one of the co-founders of ETHGlobal, and I am super excited to welcome all of you to LFGHO. This is our finale. We're going to wrap up the whole hackathon today, and I'm going to cut to the chase, and we'll get right into what today's about. Finally, everything is working on ETHGlobal.tv, which means you can see the stream. We'll be using this chat for the rest of the ceremony, and you will be able to talk to us and ask us any questions. We'll be able to see all of that live and answer any of those things there. So this event is brought to you by ETHGlobal. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we're an organization with a very simple mission. Our goal is to onboard thousands of developers into the Web3 ecosystem. And we do this by running hackathons and summits. LFGO was our first event of the year, and this was no different. We did a summit talking about all the things happening in the world of stablecoin, payments, and RWA. Some of the amazing talks that we had that are now available on YouTube. But the next hour is all about the hackathon. We're going to talk about all the things that came out of it. This was a massive event with over 870 people from 74 different countries spanning 23 time zones. People came from all over the world in 6 different continents. So we're going to see all the creative things that came out of it and all the prizes that people won. And on top of that, we also had 4 incredible ecosystem partners and dedicated mentors, and they're also giving away a lot of prizes. So we'll jump into all that information as well and tell you who won what prizes. Speaking of prizes, there's going to be $75,000 in prizes that are going to be given away very soon. So I want to thank all of our partners who are going to be making this possible. So without further ado, let's thank Go, Aave, Family, and Chainlink. All right, 870 hackers. They spent the last 10 days building incredible things using Go and changing how we think about DeFi and payments. And together they submitted 254 amazing projects. We had a very busy last few days going through all these submissions, talking to all these teams, having everybody get feedback on what they built. And through that, we came to a list of 10 finalists. We're going to be bringing these finalists on today to demo what they built live. So for the first time ever, let's give a massive round of applause to our 10 incredible LFGO finalists. We have GoShare, Ghost, AdFuel, Goat, GoBox, Invoice.xyz, Bura Wallet, The Credit Wallet, Boo, and Exercise Your Go. These 10 teams will be coming on and demoing what they built so you all can see their incredible projects. Before we get into that first demo, I want to take a quick second to thank all these incredible 244 teams listed here who took the time to build something super amazing in a very short period of time, challenged themselves, and rethought how they can use payments and stable coins in our day-to-days. So thank you to all of you who submitted a project. Just because you were not one of the top 10 teams, it does not mean you were not good enough. We really want you to use these events as an opportunity to build something that you are personally excited about and take advantage of the help that you get from incredible founders and mentors to really make a dent in the world of Web3. So please keep building. If you need any help with anything beyond this hackathon after your project to make it kind of get to the next step, reach out to us on Discord, email, direct message, ETHGlobal.tv chat. All that is available to you, and we'll be happy to help in any way and offer our network to you. And all these projects are also available on ETHGlobal.com/showcase, so you can see what all these 254 projects did, including looking at their source code to get better at developing in Web3. Before we go into our very first demo, I want to take a quick second to remind everybody who participated to take 2 minutes and fill out the feedback form for this event from the dashboard, and you can win one of these hoodies. This makes it easy for us to understand what went right, what went wrong, and improve this for the next set of thousands of people who are going to be getting into this space. So it takes 2 minutes. There's a bunch of yes, no questions, ratings out of 10. Just make that easy for us to help make all of it a lot better for everybody else in the future and finish this feedback form. All right, enough talking. Let's get into our very first demo for today. Without further ado, I'd like to bring on Team GoShare.
First of all, thank you for having us, and we're very happy and proud to present GoShare. GoShare is an iOS expense splitting app that uses in-app settlements using credit delegation, token swapping, and cross-network transactions. So to introduce ourselves, my name is Artemi and this is Jivan. I handle the front end, whereas Jivan handled the back end. I'm currently a postgraduate student at Imperial College London, and Jivan was previously a Binance security engineer. So what kind of problems do we solve with our project? First of all, we actually use on-chain settlements for expense splitting. With apps such as Splitwise, expense splitting is just numbers on a screen, but you don't actually settle those expenses. They're just symbolic. On top of that, using a mobile phone, we actually want to expand the user base of Aave and Go. Lastly, we want to incentivize people to mint Go. Not only do we handle the in-app payments, but also we encourage people to borrow Go and also use those Go to handle the expenses.
So to summarize what we built, the custom payment protocol uses payment contracts, Chainlink CCIP, a 1-inch fork, and the Aave v3 ETH facilitator. The group expense management uses a credit delegation vault, and to securely and easily onboard the users, we use account abstraction and EIP 433 smart accounts. For signature-based pre-approvals, we use the EIP 2612 permit function, and the activity tab pulls data from contract states, event logs, and the ETH GraphQL endpoint. So now let's demo the application. Artie is going to demo it live from his phone. So when a user downloads the app, they are prompted to sign up or log in. They can log in using their MetaMask account or create a new wallet using GoShare's account abstraction and the EIP 433 smart accounts. So let's create a new account, and the Silo wallet is secured by biometric authentication using Apple's Face ID. And this account doesn't have any outstanding payments or groups. And the user has two ways to add funds, using fiat or to buy crypto using the Unlimit iOS SDK, or using the Aave Ethereum facilitator and supplying ETH as collateral to mint Go. In the dashboard, the user can see how much can be borrowed and the interest the protocol is offering for the different types of collateral. So we can create a new group on the homepage. The expense groups can be created with friends, and the group leader has the option to fund the expense with their liquidity or using credit delegation settlement. The depositor provides liquidity by depositing their assets, like Go, into the protocol and then delegate their credit lines to the other members of the group to split the expense. The depositor can set up a pay by deadline and the token they want the funds to be received in. Each group is a credit delegation vault for that group's expense management, and we use the EIP 2612 permit function for signature-based pre-approval of funds, and it's confirmed using Face ID. Great, so now the group's created. We also use the MetaMask SDK to link our wallet, and we can log in using this. This account that we're going to log into is already funded, and we can see that on the home page it has some existing groups and outstanding expenses to be paid. So for the group members to pay and settle their expense, they have the option to pay using liquidity or borrow Go. This allows for a combination of transactions where the user can supply ETH as collateral, then borrow Go, switch and transfer that borrowed Go into ETH. And here the user maintains 100% of their exposure to ETH while still utilizing the Go token for payments. All the transactions are signed using Face ID, and a notification is sent to the sender and receiver upon transaction. We use Chainlink CCIP to allow for cross-network transactions, as well as a 1-inch fork to swap the tokens during the payment protocol. Lastly, the activity tab shows a transaction history of your friends. This is historic data pulled from event logs of the contracts, swaps, and the transactions, and allows for the Go facilitator activity to be shown using the GraphQL subgraph endpoint. Thank you.
Awesome. Jivan, Artemi, thank you so much for our very first incredible demo for the finale. This was an amazing project, and love that you guys managed to do this whole thing as a native app in a very short amount of time. So hopefully you get to continue working on this thing, and everybody else can find out what this is by scanning the QR code from the live stream. So thank you. All right, with this, we are ready for our second finalist demo for the day. And let's welcome Henry from LFGHO.
Yeah, GM everyone. Today I'm glad to introduce our project LFGHO. And what we do is very simple. Pay your gas with ads. And some of you maybe have seen this joke on Twitter before. Yeah, you can watch ads to waive your gas fee. And think about it. What stops you from shopping your favorite NFT and trading the NAS Alpha token or just transferring your assets to a new address of your own? The gas fee. I know sometimes it's very expensive, but you have to pay it actually because that's how blockchain works. And so nowadays, high gas fee on Ethereum mainnet limits the user's interaction, eventually hinder the mass adoption of Web3. But think outside of the box. There are various excellent projects or potentially advertisers that are seeking for different kinds of users, such like traders, developers, and researchers with real on-chain activity. So for advertisers, would they like to pay for the user's gas fee? I believe the answer is yes, because not only the customer acquisition cost is better than other operations we now have, the sponsoring gas fee increase the brand influence of a project since they have the marketing budget to pay for users' gas fee. It also helpful for early stage products to target the audience and gather an early stage community. And here's the team. Currently, only myself, and I'm Henry, a cybersecurity master student in New York University. And I host a small company and run other startups. I'm also a co-contributor from Bureau. And for the business model, we are going to take away 30% of the transaction fee in the per payment, and 25% will be taken by the team to improve the project, and 5% to the treasury, and the other 70% will be used to pay the gas. We still have many things to move, I think. We need to build a platform for advertisers to post their ads, support layer 2, integrate with MetaMask staff for a better user experience, support more accurate advertising based on on-chain activity, and smarter gas management. And that's all for the pitch, and let's just go straight to the demo. And we use Connected to connect our wallet. And we're going to, in this demo, we're going to connect the wallet which doesn't have any ETH on it, but we're going to send our app token to the receiver account. And so here it is. And to create a new transaction, we're going to click this button to create it. We just set the receiver address of your own, and we currently support the app token. We support the EIP2612, so we can use the permit. And we just set an amount that couldn't be bigger than your current amount. And yeah, after you click submit, you need to sign off like signature, and it is a permit. It is used for permit, but you need to make sure that everything's okay, the value, the deadline. And after you sign in, okay, you're going to click sign here, but we already create one. And after you create it, you'll get a signature locally, and you need to view your ads to make it a real run. So when you click, first you need to pass a verify by human. And then, okay, you have two choices. If you just like to run it normally, you just click the normal button. But if you want a double gas, it means that you want the transaction to run more faster. You click the double gas. And we'll have an advertisement provided by Xfinity, just for example. Yeah. Okay, after you're watching the ads, the challenge is finished, and yeah, you're going to finish the transactions. And you can see here is that we can see the signatures passed to the relayer address, and then paste the gas fee and finish this transaction, and send the app token from address to the receiver here. And since the app token supports EIP2612, so we can call the permit function to get access of transferring and finish it. And that's how add field works. And we could support more function and more in the future. And that's all. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Henry. That was a really cool demo, and you even managed to put in a gaming ad in there. So that was great. And hopefully, we get to see these types of incentives in the wild and have people get their gas reimbursed. This is cool. All right. On to demo number 3. Let's welcome GoBox.
Hello, so this is ZK Friendly, and I am going to demo GoBox for this hackathon. So the overall goal here is pretty simple. We have a user here who has $40 worth of collateral deposited into our V3 markets on Polygon Mumbai, and also $60 worth of collateral deposited into our V3 on Sepolia. And now he wants to borrow 70 Go and have them delivered on Polygon Mumbai. But as you can see, he does not have enough collateral on Mumbai to back the loan. And he doesn't really want to move his collateral from Sepolia to Mumbai or even take it out of our protocol at all. So we are going to achieve this with a combination of credit delegation, CCIP, and Go facilitator design. So with that introduction, let's just jump right into the demo. So here I'm going to connect my wallet, and as soon as I do that, you can see a summary of all of my collaterals across Sepolia and Mumbai. And for example, I have like $10,000 worth of collateral available to me. So the next thing that I have to do is to delegate credit to both Go boxes on Sepolia and Mumbai. I have already done so for Mumbai. I'm going to do it for Sepolia right now. I'm going to confirm this transaction, and while this is approving, we can move on to the Borrow Go page. And you can see here, for example, that I can say I want to borrow 50 Go tokens backed by my collateral on Sepolia, and also 20 Go tokens backed by my collateral on Polygon Mumbai, which means I'm going to receive 70 Go tokens in total, and I have a option to choose which chain I want them to be delivered on. Now I can go ahead and click borrow. I confirm that, and as you can see, I get a bunch of transaction hashes that I can basically track my request. So what's happening behind the hood? If you take a closer look here, we just interacted with the Sepolia GoBox interface, and we requested to borrow 70 Go tokens with the specified parameters. The Sepolia GoBox in turn sends a CCIP message to the Mumbai GoBox and instructs it to borrow 20 Go tokens on behalf of the user. So it's going to do just that, borrows 20 Go tokens, and it's going to immediately burn it. And right after the burn, it's going to send a CCIP confirmation back to the Sepolia Go box, which is then can continue executing the borrow request, which means it's going to borrow 50 Go tokens on Sepolia and also mint 2 new Go tokens backed by the fact that they have been already burned by another trusted Go box on Polygon Mumbai. So basically, that's the project, and this design is not really limited to 2 chains for unifying liquidity across Aave protocol through the Go token, which is something that we are exploring. And yeah, that's basically the project. And for more information, you can scan this QR code and have a link to the repo and a bunch of other interesting stuff. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And hopefully we get to see more people try out a multi-chain strategy like this. It's great. All right, congrats. All right, next up we have Bora Wallet. Fabri, whenever you're ready.
Hello, guys. Can you guys see the screen and hear me? Yeah, nice. So have you ever think about how to peg, how can we peg Go to $1? Well, this is what I thought during this hackathon this week. I'm Fabrizio. I'm a full stack dev from Italy. And I'm also famous because once I gave a fist bump to Stani during a conference, actually in another hackathon. So what the problem I'm trying to solve is how to bring Go back to $1, and because currently price of Go is 98 cents overall, constantly 98 cents. So I built Burra, and Burra uses a strategy based on the interest rate. So with Burra, users are incentivized to borrow Go when the price is above $1. When the Go price is above $1, the Burra will set a lower interest rate. So people will be incentivized to borrow more Go, and the value will be back to $1. And we'll do the opposite when the price is below $1. So the interest rate will be higher. People will be less incentivized to borrow, and and Go will slowly come back to $1. So Burra is a vault. That means that a user can deposit collateral there. They get Go in exchange, but also they get shares. They get some tokens representing their debt, giving life to a secondary bond market. So people will be able to trade their debt. How? So I created this ERC4626 vault, which is also a Go facilitator. A Go facilitator is basically a smart contract or an address who has the permission to mint Go. And this vault is rebalancing a fixed rate depending on the real market price of Go, which I get from a Chainlink oracle. That's the formula. The base interest rate and the sensitivity are values that can be decided by the Aave governance, and the Go price is actually the factor that makes the rate fluctuate. In this graph, you can see how when the price is below $1, the interest rate is higher, and when the price is above $1, interest rate is lower. So people will be incentivized to borrow more and will increase the supply of Go, and and Go will possibly come back to $1. Nice. Now is demo time. So I had a lot of fun because I managed to fork the Aave interface. You can do here whatever you do in the normal interface. So you can borrow new Go and you can repay Go using the facilitator, so the Burra Vault. But the interesting thing is that you can list some Burra for sale. So again, a Burra is a token which represents the debt of the user, right? So if I borrow some Go when the interest rate is low, I can resell this debt when the interest rate will be higher. So I can make some profit, and I can give the possibility to other people to get liquidity buying my debt, basically. Okay, that was all. Thank you very much. I just wanted to greet my mom and my dad. Bye.
Amazing. Well, thank you, and that was awesome. Thanks for explaining how the stability works as well, and doing this cool project. And I'm liking the T-shirt. That was Burra Wallet, and next up we have Boo. Whenever you're ready.
We're ready now, Sebas? Perfect. Today on the Web3 payment space, we have a bunch of struggles, but first, let us introduce ourselves. We are a Latin American Web3 builders team from Venezuela and Colombia. Sebas, our full stack and smart contract developer, Jonathan, our backend and smart contract developer, Jitmel, our frontend and product designer, and I am Angela, the project manager here. So let's continue talking about the Web3 payment struggles, like the fact that you have to connect your wallet and renew the app that you want to interact with, and at the same time, tedious navigation process through complex steps that, let's be honest, if we want to onboard the next 1 billion users, that's not the way it is. And at the same time, the constant security exposure, or if you connect with a malicious website, or the fact that you connect with a website that then get hacked. And not to mention the gas fees that, of course, when we talk about stake or something, we can pay $10 gas fees transactions. But if we talk about payments, that's not the ideal situation. But what is the ideal situation? If we think about it, there's 3 main points on it, like payments transactions, cost-free payments, private security safeguarding. So that's why we build Boo. Boo, it's basically a Go-focused solution designed to elevate your Web3 transaction experience, where we really want to cover those 3 points. How? We think about 2 main points. Like first, the marketplace. They always have to modify a bunch of stuff in their backends through modify the payments solutions. With Boo, which is adject or build a widget where the only thing they have to do is put their wallet that they want to receive the money, verify the payment token, and confirm transactions with their infrastructure. And from the other side, the user, they just want to be focused on what they want to buy. So that's why we built Boo, a smart contract wallet gasless for completely where the user goes to the marketplace, select the product that they want to buy, pre-approval the transactions, generate the token payment, and that's it. claim the product. But it's easy to see it in the demo. So let's go through it. So the first thing that you have when you go to Boo, it's the simple two options. Like you can import a wallet or create a new one. We of course import our new one and fund it with 6GHO. And you have three simple options. Or you can fund, or you can send, or you can buy. Let's buy. We like to buy a product from OneGo. Like let's say a Go Echo Bag, $1, OneGo. Let's go. So let's generate the payment token. OneGo here. Let's put their password, security reasons. Perfect. Now we have to sign the transactions, and that's it. We have our purchase token that we have to copy. So then we can go to the marketplace. This is our merge marketplace. Let's buy now the Echo Bag, and let's put the payment confirmation. But not just that, we also have to copy our wallet. Why? Because in our multi-signature infrastructure and the smart contract wallet, we have to confirm not just the amount of the money, but also the wallet where we sent the money. So that's why we can pre-approve the transaction, and it's all decentralized. So we can claim the product, and we wait a bit because it's a Sepolia Go transaction. So we just a way for confirming, and then we can see in our wallet that the Go is already discount. It's claiming now. Let's wait for a bit. Perfect, we got our product. Let's see the transaction. And we can see the transaction is already confirmed. So we can go to our Boo wallet, and that's it. Let's go. 5 go. Now we already put our product, and yeah, in our team, we really believe that we are going to achieve our goal to bring more people to the ecosystem. But first, it's time to build the infrastructure. With that in mind, thank you so much, and let's go.
Angela, team, that was awesome and a very energetic demo. Everything worked out really well. So I'm glad that you were able to build this thing. And this is super cool. So congratulations. All right. On a similar theme of making it easy for consumer interactions, let's welcome our next demo, Ghost.
Yeah, nice. So, GM everyone, I'm Limone, and today I'm presenting Ghost, a Go-centric mobile native smart wallet for peer-to-peer payments. I built this with my friends, Zerg, Frank, and Orbulo. We are part of a huge Web3 community in Rome, and we love going to hackathons together. But let's get to the demo. So first thing, it's logging in into our application. We can use a simple email address, thanks to Thorweb here. I'm receiving a verification code that I will paste it. Let's see if internet helps me. Yes. So 614970. Right. So we are right now creating an embedded wallet and an associated smart wallet. Actually, this is an already existing account, so I have some money already on it. There are the basic operation of peer-to-peer wallet, adding money, sending money, transaction history here. And the first thing that we might want to do is refunding our account. So I can copy my address and send, in this case, some USDC. So the cool thing about this wallet is that, of course, it's Go-centric. It means that you can send Go, of course. But if you send other assets, thanks to Chainlink automation, we are automatically swapping them and into Go token, sorry, so that Go is acting as much like the true digital dollar. In the meantime, that Sepolia goes with the transaction, I can show you some other stuff in the app. So this is the profile page. Frank, in this case, I can send money to him, view his account on the Block Explorer, and then I can also check details of transactions that are already happened on the Block Explorer. Okay, fine. The transaction went through. My balance updated correctly, and so I can proceed with sending some money to Frank. So let's say that I want to send him $2. As you can see here, I wasn't prompted to sign any transaction. Everything is gasless because we are doing our best to offer a frictionless experience to users. And notice that this is a mobile native app, so it's not a progressive web app. So we really want to invest in crypto here, in consumer crypto, sorry. Then I can also show you another thing. So Paolo in this case is on Mumbai. So it's another network with respect to Sepolia. And we made an integration with Chainlink CCIP so that you can run cross-chain transactions. So if I send this transaction here, Paolo will receive his money on Mumbai. Going forward with the demo, we also have a pocket feature here, which is for investing and saving purposes. As you can see, there are like two core DeFi features of Aave. There's the vault and there's the lending pools. So in the vault, you can basically deposit money and earn some interest, as well as, of course, like withdrawing them. And then in lending pools, you can supply some collateral. In this case, we are swapping your Go tokens into DAI, and you can use this collateral to borrow some money whenever you need them for your payments. One thing to add is that these deposits in either the vault or putting some supply on Aave, they are also automated because we have an auto round-up feature that every time you receive a transaction, let's say of $1.30, it sets aside 30 cents in either your wallet, the vault or the lending pool. So getting back to the sending again, let's go back to Frank. I can show you how you can use the borrow feature here. So I have a balance of 9, but I also have some collateral that I can use to borrow some Go tokens. Of course, not much collateral. So if I'm trying to send 50, I can't. But let's say that I want to send $11 to Frank. In this case, I can borrow the missing part and send the transaction. So everything, again, signatureless, gasless. We are now performing the borrow and then sending the money to my friend here. So the balance updated because the borrow went through, and now it's the transaction is loading again. Let's see how long Sepolia takes. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for your attention, and let's go.
Awesome. Thanks again for showing another cool account abstracted wallet that makes all this stuff super easy. So hopefully we get to see a lot more stablecoin payments between people. Congrats. All right. Next up is our new demo, which is Project Goat.
GM folks, this is Code and this is our team. So, what's the motive behind building Code are all the merchants or either Web2 or Web3 who have just created their stores and they want to accept payment via crypto. So, what we have built is they can easily accept payment on their application now. They do not have to care for it's a very simple frictionless experience for both the user and the merchant. All they have to do is create a store, get an API key, and install the SDK on the application. So without further ado, let's go to the application. So this is the application for the merchant where they have to create an account. So we have to create an account. Let's say create one account. I just have to select my name, select a domain. I have to authenticate with the passkey. And there you go. My wallet would be created soon. And yeah. Here, as you can see, they do not have to remember any mnemonic or any seed phrase. They can directly get into their dashboard using the passkey. Also, now let's create a store. So I'll say this is electric store, and this is cool. Also, load an image. I can easily create a store. Store is created. Let's wait for DB to index it. Awesome. So once I've created my store, all I got to do, I can get all. I can just create my cache my API key and just go to my application and install our SDK, which is launched on the npm library. So this is our SDK. I have to install it and wrap it with the provider, which I've already done. So here I have to mention our API key that I fetched from our website, and in the app itself, I just got to do is add a button where I want to buy Go. This is the test application. We have two options, both buy with conventional way, the Stripe Pay, or buy with the new Go Away. So let's go with the Go Away. Here, the user can log in with both passkey or EOA wallet. So let's go with the pass. Let's go with the EOA wallet. We'll choose MetaMask. I've created. This is the store that I created, and I have zero go in this now. So I'll just switch to wallet, which I, yeah, like it took some time to load, but we have some go here. Let's confirm the transaction. Since it's signing via EOA wallet, so we have to sign it. But if the user chose to log in via passkey, then it would be cashless. Let's wait for the transaction. And also here, like Stripe charges 2% on every transaction. We do not charge any percentage on every transaction. All you got to do is just create a store and start accepting payment in stablecoins. Let's wait for MetaMask. Mhm. Good. Confirm it. Let's wait for the network to confirm the transaction.
So ideally, you should be able to use this plugin right away if you're building a Web 2 or a Web 3 application, because all you need to do is just generate an API key, put a button, and you're able to start paying with Go. So definitely post the demo as well. Feel free to give us feedback. And if you want to use the product, then do let us know.
It's confirmed. And let's confirm the side. Let's wait for this to cache that and go to the success part. Meanwhile, I'll go to the dashboard where I can see I've received this. Received the payment. Here also it's a I've received the payment. Now, with creating the store, there are many more DeFi related functionality for the merchant available. Like they can transfer the funds to any way that they want. So I'll just choose my EOA and I'll enter the amount and I can just send it. Since it's enabled by passkey and it's a smart wallet account, so there's no gas fees, and the user only sign with their passkey, and we can bash multiple transactions into one transaction. Good, we transacted, and there's also borrow functionality, and user can the merchant can also stake the Go, and also there's P2P for uh, converting the Go into any other offers. And on the dashboard, as you can see, my Go is deducted and it's 0.5. So that's all. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for going through that whole demo, and I'm glad everything worked out really well. So, congratulations. All right. Three more finalist demos to go, and then we'll get to the prizes. So, without further ado, let's welcome Invoice.xyz.
Hey ETHGlobal, I'm Sergey, and this is our project, Invoice3.xyz. Why 3? Well, because it's create, pay, and manage crypto invoices, and it's also Web3, so you're doing all of this without needing an account. Who are we? Well, we're a team called Actual. We're a smarter way for DAOs, businesses, and contractors to pay and be paid in crypto or fiat, and it's synced with an accounting system, so we're the Web3 build.com. If you want to check it out, check us out on X. But what are we here for? We're here for what we built for the hackathon, and there's actually two parts to it. One part is our crypto invoice generator. It's the ability to include dynamic hosted payment links, and it's also the wallet connection through ConnectKit. And the other part is the fully self-hosted invoice page. It's integrated with Aave. You can pay or supply collateral and pay later. And we're using a couple of the Aave protocols. Why did we make this? Currently, crypto invoicing falls short. Invoicing and paying invoices is a fragmented experience. We wanted to bring Web3 borrowing to invoicing by utilizing Go. Web3 businesses can better manage cash flow, prevent taxable gains and revenue gaps. Let's see it in action. And for that, I'm going to have to put on a couple of different hats. And so right now, I'm a designer from a design agency. I just finished crafting an invoice on our new free invoice generator tool that's coming out very soon. But what I do get here is the ability to select the token that I want to get paid in, which is going to be Go, because I had previously borrowed some Go and I want to settle my debts. It's really easy. All I do is copy the payment link, and then I go to my client on Telegram and I paste it in. Now, I don't want this to be a Vercel commercial, but they do have some open graph dynamic image stuff that we can do. So the client, who is now me, can see at a glance the invoice. And if I copy the link and I go back to my browser and I paste it in, I'm able to see all the information related to it. I'm able to check out the invoice and download it if I want to. But what I want to do now is I want to go through and pay this invoice. And what I'm actually going to do is, instead of selling my ETH and reporting it as a taxable gain, what I want to do is I want to deposit it to use as collateral to then be able to borrow some Go and then transfer that Go to my vendor. And everything works as expected. We can see these transactions, but you can see that the 100 Go is sending. So that's that. How is it made? It's an Next.js application. We use ConnectKit for wallet connection. We use WAGMI for contract integration, Ethers for parsing amounts, and our own internal API for the invoice generator, and then parsing that data on the invoice hosted page. There's a lot we can do in the future. We can bring Web3 native invoicing factoring for businesses. There's definitely a deeper Aave protocol integration that we can do. So instead of having to click through separate buttons, that can kind of all happen within one easy flow. We want to create a dashboard for users to view their invoices, their payment history and metrics, and obviously an on and off ramp for traditional Web2 businesses to quicker be able to integrate into the Web3 ecosystem. You can check it out. These are the two links. One is for the invoice generator. The other one is for paying that invoice. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that cool demo. And yeah, it's a perfectly practically used for businesses. So payments easy. Congrats. All right. With this, we got 2 more finalist demos to go. So without further ado, let's welcome our second last finalist of the day, DCredit Wallet.
Hello everyone, welcome to our submission. We are DCredit Wallet, and let's go what we're trying to achieve. Basically, we wanted to build a real-world use case for Aave and account abstraction with 4337. And one of the things that everybody uses on the day-to-day basis, but no one really looked that much yet on the blockchain, is the credit card concept. Basically, why do you need to always look at your balance in order to make any transaction and make sure you have enough token for this transaction if there are a lot of great lending tools like Aave that let you automate this all under the hood? And that's what we were trying to build, a wallet where you don't need to worry about your balance in order to send anything. So I think it will be all very clear on the example. Let's say you have a balance of 10 Go and you want to transfer 100 Go to your friend very, very urgently. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to request this action to transfer 100 Go. Then we will try to execute your action. And then you're going to get the error because your Go balance is basically just too low. It's only 10. Now, there is a solution to this thing, and it's called Flash Mint, and that's the unique feature of Go. So basically the same flow, but you are requesting an action here. And before executing your action, we flash mint some very big amount of Go to the wallet in order to make sure that your balance of Go is enough to execute the action. Then we execute the action, and then we look after the action is done, how much Go did this action actually consume? And after we know how much Go it consumed, we can borrow the exact same amount of Go from Aave in order to return this 1,000 Go to the Flash Mint lender, which is the condition of the Flash Mint transaction to be successful. And that translates basically into transaction success. And you were able to send 100 Go with your balance of 10 Go. And without further ado, let's go to the demo and see it in the real example. Here we preset a demo wallet and we prefunded it with 1 ETH. And in order to open this kind of credit line, you're going to have to lend some of the ETH to Aave pool. Let's do 0.02 and try to execute the transaction. Another great thing that we managed to use is the passkeys for any authorization, because it's basically an ERC 4337 wallet. So you don't really need to worry about seed phrases or anything like that. We're gonna have to wait until the lending transaction is successful, and after that, our grid line should be open. And let's just go and do the action. So my balance right now, it's only 5 Go, but I want to go ahead and send to my wallet that has 0, let's say 50. Execute. We're gonna have to validate the transaction with passkey, and after that, we just need to wait for it to be complete. What happens under the hood is, again, we call the flash mint, we try to make a transaction. In our case, it's a transfer. It's gonna be sent, and we will borrow the exact amount of Go tokens that we were trying to send. In this case, it's gonna be 15. We can try to look up the transaction in Etherscan to make sure it comes quick. And yeah, it's executed. Let's see if the balance is updated yet on the Sepolia scan. And here's our transfer. 50 Go tokens just landed from my wallet to my friend's wallet, basically, with the balance of only 5 Go at my wallet. Well, that was pretty cool. Let's go a bit into technicalities.
Yeah, so under the hood, we are using a module which is based on ERC7579, which basically means that we don't need to modify our ERC4337 smart account in order to use the functionality of flash mints. That's very cool. And in the future, we are going to add our module to the marketplace of ERC7579. Also, we are going to enhance the integration with Avapool, possibly by creating a separate module. And we also want to propose to have a DAO to get 0 threshold fees in order to improve the user experience. Yeah, so that's basically all. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Max and team. This was great. And yeah, super cool to see just way more cool payment applications. So another awesome example here. All right. With that, we are ready for our last and final finalist of this event. So without further ado, let's welcome Ben to talk about Exercise Your Go.
Hello, I'm Ben, and today I'm excited to introduce Exercise Your Go, a novel approach in the DeFi space. Our facilitator model uniquely enables users to mint Go using their Go liquidity positions as collateral. In the DeFi ecosystem, many protocols rely on staking rewards to compensate liquidity providers. This is primarily because swap fees alone often fall short in providing sufficient incentives. However, Exercise Your Go proposes an alternative through our facilitator model. By leveraging up to 10x, we transform swap fees into a more attractive and viable incentive for liquidity providers. The concept of using liquidity positions as collateral isn't new, but achieving a sustainable model has been challenging. For instance, Defrost Finance on the Avalanche network initially showed promise, but the value of its staking rewards eventually diminished. Similarly, Aave V2's separation of the AMM market from its main market limited its potential for growth. This leads us to an important question. Can we use liquidity positions in a way that's sustainable and efficient in the long term? To explore this further, I'd like to guide you through a demo that illustrates how Exercise Your Go not only addresses these challenges, but also paves the way for a more robust and sustainable DeFi ecosystem. So I'm going to begin by connecting my wallet. And you can see I've already got one position here open up on Uniswap worth $1,200. So I'm going to go ahead and mint the maximum 90% loan to value allowed. First step is to sign the wrap permit that allows that position NFT to go into the facilitator contract. Then we're going to perform the single transaction to wrap and mint Go. Let's do that now. So once we get that, we'll have 1,100 Go in our wallet, and we can do whatever we want with that. We could go buy pizzas, and that's fine. But if we really want to use this to our advantage, we're going to do that leverage. And I can't demonstrate it because this facilitator mints a fake Go token since it's not approved by the Aave DAO. But what you do is you'll use that Go, you'll make another liquidity position on Uniswap, and you can do that 10 times basically until it gets small enough that it's not worth it to make another one. And then you'll be able to collect fees off of, 10x of what you put in originally. But also, there's another way to make a profit on that. You become a peg guardian, basically, because you've got this huge position on basically a short of Go. You got to watch that Go price. If it dips, you unwind your positions. And then for every, percent it goes down, if you're 10x, that means you earn 10%. So if the price goes down 5 cents and you're 10x, you've earned 50% on your original input of your collateral. So it's a great way for you to earn money. It's also good for the protocol because you're keeping the peg where it should be. So the last part of the demo, I'm just gonna, you can repay partially or you can repay completely. So I'm just gonna approve the spend permit and go ahead and unwrap the position, and you'll see it goes out. On this demo, there's no fees, so it's really easy. You don't have to worry about that little bit of dust making it difficult to get out of some weird DeFi position you get into. We'll see this go through, and then the meter will reset. And here we go. Should reload here in a second. Maybe that transaction error. Usually it just takes too long. There we go. Okay. And we're unwrapped and back to the original state. Thank you so much. This has been Exercise Your Go.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, that was a super informative demo. And just being able to actually understand how leverage can actually help make not only your trade better, but also actually secure the protocol and keep it more sustainable is a really interesting way to look at it. So that was super cool. All right. Those were our 10 amazing finalist teams. I want to give all of them a big round of applause again. So I want to thank GoShare, Ghost, AdFuel, Goat, GoBox, Invoice3.xyz, Bura Vault, DCredit Wallet, Boo, and Exercise Your Go. All right, the part that I know all of you have been waiting for. Let's get into all of that, which is the prizes. So all of this is also on the showcase. And now you can check out all these details, whether it's the demo videos to the source code to just how everything was built behind the scenes. You can learn and catch up on all of that on the Global Showcase page. So let's get into prizes. So we have $75,000 in prizes being given away for this event. And we're going to start off with the Aave prize. So the best payment category prize winners are GoShare for $10,000, and Tap will be the second place winner for this category, taking home $7,000. So congratulations to both of these teams. For the Vaults category, Spectre Protocol is the first place $7,000 winner, and Go Yearn V3 Vault will be receiving $4,500 as the second place winner. For the facilitators category, Frigola is the first place $7,000 winner, and Boo, the facilitator, is going to be the second place $4,500 prize recipient. So congratulations to all 6 of those teams. And on top of that, the integration prize goes to these 10 teams. So Exercise Your Go, Go Woo, Ghost, GUI, Kartik, GoBox, Esprit, Boo, DCredit Wallet, and Go Alert are all going to be taking home $1,000 each. So congratulations for the best integration prize. Then we have Family. These 60 teams are going to be splitting the whole pool prize category amongst themselves. So all 60 of these teams are going to be taking home $83.33 each for splitting $5,000 evenly. I won't say all these names, but congratulations to all of you, and all this will be made available for you to catch up, so you don't have to try to find yourself here. Don't worry too much about that. Then we have Chainlink. The best project for CCIP on Go goes to GoShare, Bankless Wallet, and GoTip. Each of you are going to be taking home 1666.67, so 5,000 being split amongst 3 teams. Congratulations. Those were all of our winners, and you can see now all these details, including the prizes and everything else you've won on your showcase. So go head over to ethglobal.com/showcase to learn more about all these prizes you've won. And before we kind of wrap everything up, as a quick note on all these prizes is that everything is tentative and not final, which means that because we have to wrap up everything in a very short amount of time, we take the optimistic route. So everything will be verified before prizes are delivered. So everybody's code bases and all the prize rules will be validated and checked before we disperse them, which means that If somebody gets disqualified or something changes, the amounts will be reflected to kind of the new change. So the pool prize amounts may change, or the prizes may move if somebody ends up not meeting the event rules properly. So all that is tentative until fully confirmed, and they'll be confirmed over the next 2.5 weeks. And the prizes are going to be sent out on February 16th. All right, that was all the information on the prizes. So before we kind of wrap everything up, I want to say a quick few thank yous to everybody who made this event possible, which is so many people involved behind the scenes, from our judges to the mentors to the speakers to our partners. But first of all 870 of you who participated over the last 2 weeks and built something that you personally were excited about. So thank you all the hackers for being part of our very first event of 2024. Also want to thank all of our incredible judges for taking the time and hours to talk to all of these teams from across the world live and giving them feedback. So many mentors and volunteers to run everything behind the scenes, whether it's unblocking you on any of your code to making sure that we can do Zoom sessions across the world with 800 people from 20 time zones at the same time. So many people made this possible. And of course, all of our incredible speakers who talked to us about all the themes that they're excited about in this space and all the educational content on how to think about RWAs to payments to Go to the Aave SDK. Thank you so much for all of our speakers. And lastly, all the partners behind the scenes who helped contribute to making this event fully possible. So everybody from the DAO to the Aave team to the Avara team to the Go engineering team, thank you so much. And last but not least, I want to thank the rest of the ETHGlobal team who makes sure that you have the best experience behind the scenes for every event that we do. So a quick thank you to Delbert, Nick, Maggie, Nuno, Fred, Polly, Rory, Huichi, Minnie, Anna, Moaz, Emily, Andrew, Jacob, and Liam. All right, those are all the thank yous. Coming back to the 10 finalists. We call them finalists, and we kind of had them come on and demo what they built live so you can see exactly what everybody built. But if you've been to, or if you've not been to one of our events before, you may not know this, but we don't have a notion of first, second, third for any of our hackathons. For us, these events are about an opportunity to have people showcase and demo what they're excited about. And as a result, we really don't want these things to be like competitions. Our goal with the finalists is to show interesting themes and really interesting products that everybody else can see, admire, and learn from. And as a result, everybody who came in as a finalist effectively came in first. So we have 10 winners for this whole hackathon who are all tied up for the same place. And in addition to any prizes they may have won from our partners, each finalist will also be receiving 550 Go per team member from the ETHGlobal team. And that's not all. In addition to all of that, each member will also be receiving 10 Sepolia ETH from us to track and keep everything simple for their future development. And ENS domain will be also granted to every member on the team. And you are allowed to come to any of our in-person pragmas this year as a amazing finalist for our hackathons. And if you're interested in buying a hardware wallet, you get $100 off Grid Plus Lattice hardware wallet. And of course, you will be entitled to your Lens protocol handle and getting a username if you don't already have one. And last but not least, a $500 flight reimbursement to any of our event this year per member. So you get to pick one of the events from our calendar and come to that, and we'll pay for your flight. And what are these events? Well, none of those 6 events we're doing this year have effectively started, so you have the opportunity to pick any of these, and that means you can see us in person in London, Sydney, Brussels, Singapore, San Francisco, or Bangkok in March, May, July, September, October, or November of this year. So congratulations to all of these teams. And last but not least, let's talk about what's next after our very first event of this year. We're going to be starting our next hackathon called Circuit Breaker, which is all about exploring what's possible with zero-knowledge proofs and learning about building with the world of ZKPs. We get to start this event next Friday, so you get to learn all the things that are happening in this space and explore a lot of things that you can do with zero-knowledge proofs on chain. So check out Circuit Breaker for our next async event. And then we have our very first event, hackathon in person, which is ETHGlobal London on March 15th. And you can see everything else that I haven't talked about in the slides here for the rest of the events this year on ethglobal.com/events. So with that, I want to say thank you to all of you who joined us for our very first event of the year. with that, please enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you all on our Discord. So thanks, everybody, and enjoy some lo-fi beats in the meantime. Take care.